Hi, this is Zeeshan. I'm going to teach you about the important concept of English grammar, very important, interesting topics of a proper nouns. A proper nouns often consist of a group of words, some of which are perhaps ordinarily used as other parts of speech. That proper noun is that a noun often consists of group of words, some of which are perhaps ordinarily used at other part of speech, like examples: James, Russell's, Lowell's, Washington's, Allen's, Effie Tower, Stony Brook, Westminster Abbey, White House, Brooklyn. That is improper nouns. Bridge, the returns of the native. Note, very important note. There are strictly speaking a noun phrase. Strictly speaking is that we cannot say that is proper, that is noun phrase. That is proper nouns to that proper nouns often consist groups. That proper nouns consist of groups. That strictly speaking is noun phrase. We cannot say that noun phrase. But since all are particular names, they may be that may be recorded as proper nouns. That, for example, a proper nouns have become common nouns when used as a name that may be applied to any one of a class of object that applied. And that very important concept is that proper nouns have become a common nouns when used as a name that may be applied to any one of a class of object that may be applied to any one of the class of object. For example, the museum owns to remembrance and Titans. That that proper nouns become because, for example, I exchange my old motor car for a new Holstein. My fountain pen is a black. Lend me your Webster. Is that proper nouns become proper common nouns than which applied any clause of object. That representative clause that showing that clause of object that become proper noun to common nouns. So, for example, uh, he was a Napoleon of finance. He was a, a Napoleon of finance that represented clause that represent groups. I'm going to buy a Kazakh. Certain proper nouns have become common nouns when used in special sense. That very important special sense. These generally begin with the capital letter. Sorry, that small letter that started with small letters. Certain proper nouns have become common nouns when used in special sense. That very important concept. The special sense used as a proper to common nouns that are generally begin with a small letter. With a small letter. For example, Medcam, crushed, store for road. So called from Medcam. The Metro, the Maxtrons say a waterproof garments. Napoleon's coins, genius 21 shillings. Mode mentor, a wise counselor. Dranger, a kinds of pistols that showing proper nouns. That two common nouns. A live object, one of the lower animals or of any human's quality or emotions, is sometimes recorded as a person. This usage is called a personification, and the object, animals, or quality is said to be quality. Is that quality personified? For example, each old poetic mountains inspiration breathed around that gray. That personification is that loving personified. His name was Patience Spencer. This is as personification represented love feelings. Love is and was my lord and king, that in his presence gently shakes his wings. Is the trident. That showing is that personifications. The name of anything personified is regarded as a proper noun and is usually written with a capital letter. That that personification is letter capital letter. That we see is personified any sentence that we use capital letter. That is capital letter. For example, note this very important concept. Note the rule for capitals is not absolute when the personification is kept up for only a sentence or two, as frequently is Shakespeare. The noun began with a small letter. The noun began with small letter. That as frequently in Shakespeare. That being is that uh, capital letter. That very important. Abstract nouns. What is abstract nouns? An abstract noun is the name of a quality or general idea that represent quality, that showing quality, that is that abstract nouns or generally ideas that any that for examples abstract nouns: blackness, freshness, smoothness, weight, height, length, depth, strength, health, honesty, beauty, liberty is that abstract nouns. Eternity, satisfactions, patience, splendor, terror, disappointment, arrogance, existence, grace, peace is that abstract noun. That whole example of abstract nouns. May abstract nouns are divided from objectives that objectives like greenness from greens, depth from deep. That is, we made abstract nouns or divide. We can divide like freedom, free is dumb, wisdom, wise. That showing wise. Falsity for falseness, from false. That showing is result is that false. Bravery is from brave. Bravery is the brave. We can make abstract nouns. I have a lot of. Please subscribe my channels and and shares that motivate me, and comments that hope that we are hopeful and enjoying this video very much. Thank you very much.